video response to the Tag Your It videos of waking up in an equal money system and what would it be like to wake up in an equal money system. So kind of the first point that jumped out was the initial point of waking up, and actually I was looking at the bed that I would be sleeping in and the blankets that I would have and stuff like that, because well, there was two aspects, but that was one of them. And so what I was looking at there was how the blankets and the bed would be manufactured to be the utmost support for the human being and to support them within sleeping, because within an equal money system, such points will now be allowed to emerge instead of, you know, manufacturing blankets and beds to sell and whatever, cutting costs where you can to be able to make the most profit. So within an equal money system, this will no longer be the case, and therefore the direction of humanity will be one of support towards human beings. And so within that, the beds and stuff that you make and the blankets would be, very soft, I'm sure, possibly, and yeah, just be very supportive for the sleeping experience. Like personalized beds or something. Um, well, maybe that will be a little bit later. First, get everyone a bed, and then we can start personalizing. Um, so that's the first point. The other point that stood out was just that initial experience of waking up, and how, one thing that came up was I've had experiences where I was like excited and I didn't want to go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day and you just get out of bed because there's something that you have to do that day that you're excited about, instead of having it be a labor to get out of bed. So I thought that was quite interesting because at this stage, sometimes mornings can be daunting, and the world that we've created outside of our door is perhaps not one that we want to face. So we have to like will ourselves out of bed, but um, you know, within an equal money system, this will drastically change, because it's like the system is now going to be embracing you from a certain perspective, like welcoming you into it, instead of what it exists as at the moment, where it's more like the experience of like an obstacle course, and you get up out of bed and you're just like kind of running through the system and dodging bullets, and it's essentially you're fighting for your survival. So those are the 2 points that came up initially. What else? I guess the work point came up as well, and this is again related to getting up and wanting to get out of bed. Simply because what is now available for you to do in this world is going to be much different. So you won't have to resist going to work and experiencing yourself in such a way where your experience is being directed by profit, controlled, informed, and shaped by profit. Because that tends to take a lot of the fun out of a lot of jobs. What I find is like there's a lot of cool jobs in this world, and within an equal money system they would be fun to do. But within a profit-based system, it's like they're not cool necessarily, because everything is, what is the word, manipulated and mutated by money. So, it's not necessarily that we'd be doing all these different jobs. That's not what I see. I mean, obviously the jobs would change in themselves, but there are stuff out there that's practical to do. But just the simple stuff like you know, I find in particular, like, a lot of jobs being motivated, directed by profit, you have to cut corners, and that's sort of the name of the game, you know, getting things done as fast as possible. And that really just makes jobs not very fun. Um, so, I mean, that goes into the whole point of, you know, just waking up, and when you open your eyes, it's like you just want to get up. There's no resistance to entering the world. So, um, that's some of the points that came up in terms of what my experience or my world would be like in an equal money system.